Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel. Now in this class we are going to discuss about the energy of a particle which is performing the simple harmonic motion. So what is the energy possessed by that particle in simple harmonic motion? Okay. So for that, consider a particle of mass m performing a linear simple harmonic motion along the path mn as shown in the figure. Okay, about the mean position O. So O will be the mean position of that particle and it will move along the M to O to N and again to the O. Means it is oscillate around the mean position O. At a given instant of time t, let the particle be at point P. Okay, it is represented there at a distance x from the mean position O. Okay, so these are the initial conditions that we are considering. Now we'll start with the energy. Actually, there are two types of energy possessed by that particle. First one, it is the kinetic energy, and second one, it is the potential energy. Since the particle is continuously in the motion, so it possesses kinetic energy. And since it has different positions, it is also considered to be possessing potential energy. So let find one by one. So first we are finding the kinetic energy. So according to our concept, basic concept of the kinetic energy, the formula for kinetic energy, it is 1/2 mv square. Means we required velocity for that. So as we know that for simple harmonic motion, when a particle starts from mean position, the velocity equation can be given as here, as shown here. V is equals to omega into square root of a square minus x square, where a is amplitude, omega is angular frequency and x is the position of the particle. Or in the form of wave also we can represent it, it is a omega cos of omega t plus phi if it has phi initial phase. Okay, so this is representation of the velocity of the particle when it starts from mean position. Okay, now let's find the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of the particle, if we represent here with ek, e and with the suffix k, ek is kinetic energy. The formula will be 1/2 mv square. So substitute the value of v square. As we know the value of v, it is omega into square root of a square minus x square. So square will remove the square root. So we are having here now kinetic energy ek is equals to 1/2 m omega square into bracket a square minus x square. Or if we using the concept of the k constant, as we know that we derived in the differential equation of simple harmonic motion, m into omega square, it is nothing but the k. Okay, one constant arrived there, it is k. So we substitute this m omega square with the k there. So we are getting here 1/2 k into a square minus x square. This is the expression for the kinetic energy. Okay, now we will represent it with another way also. Suppose for any instant of time t, then displacement will be x. Then how to represent here the kinetic energy? It is 1/2 mv square. We are using the equation of the cos term, 1/2 m a square omega square cos of omega cos square of omega t plus phi. Okay, this equation will give us idea about the nature of the kinetic changing of the kinetic energy. Okay, so here the term we are using at any instant of time t, then we are getting here kinetic energy as 1/2 m a square omega square cos square of omega t plus phi. Okay, now when we solve this, we are getting here is equals to 1/2 k, m omega square can be replaced as k, 1/2 k a square cos square omega t plus phi. That means the equation, this kinetic energy will change according to cos square of theta term. That means within time t, it varies as cos square theta will vary. Okay, so from this we can get the graphical idea. So kinetic energy will vary according to cos term, cos square term. Now let's find for the potential energy. Now how the potential energy will generate there? As the particle is moving from one position to another position, some work is required to done there. So that work done is nothing but the stored potential energy in the particle. So for that, first we'll concentrate on the work done. If we're finding the work done, it is nothing but the potential energy. So what is the basic formula for the work done? It is force into displacement. So here, according to the diagram, the particle is displaced with a distance x. So suppose if it is displaced with a small displacement dx, some amount of work to be done, that is dw, small work done to be displaced it with a dx distance, and for this the force used it is F. So we can apply the work done formula here. dw is equals to minus F into dx, minus sign because force and work done both are in the opposite direction. Okay, so apply here the dw is equals to minus F dx. Now according to the definition of the simple harmonic motion, the force, it is always directed opposite to the displacement, or we can know, we are knowing that F is equals to minus of kx. Okay, so F is equals to minus kx. If we replace here, the minus minus will become plus, and we are getting the finally as a kx into dx. It is work done dw, kx dx. Now if we want to calculate the total potential energy, how to calculate it? Just simply take the integration within the limits. So minimum displacement due to the work will be 0, and maximum we can reach up to the point P, that is the x. So we are taking here displacement that limits as 0 to x. Okay, now apply the limits and take the integration, we will get the total work done. W is equals to 0 to w dw, it is nothing but the integration of kx dx within limits 0 to x. K is constant, so it is outside the integration sign, and integration of x dx will be x square by 2. So we are getting here 1 half kx square, and when we apply the limits, we are getting here x square minus 0, that means only x square. So integration, when we apply, we are getting the total work done will be 1 half k x square. And as we discussed earlier, this work done is stored as the potential energy of the particle. So potential energy can be replaced here with EP, or sorry, can be represented here with EP. So EP is equals to what it is? 1 half kx square. And if we substitute the k as m omega square, we are getting here 1 half m omega square x square. These are two types of representation, using the constant k and using m omega square. So this is the potential energy. Now again here we apply the equation which contains the relation. At any instant of time t, then at any instant of time t, the potential energy can be represented here, EP is equals to 1 half kx square. Substitute this x it is nothing but the displacement. Now we know that displacement equation from the mean position, it is a sine omega t plus phi. So when we substitute here, at any instant of time t, the potential energy EP will become here 1 half k a square sine square of omega t plus phi, or we can substitute k also, 1 half m a square omega square sine square omega t plus phi. Okay, sine square of omega t plus phi. That means this equation varies in time t according to sine square of phi. So as the sine square of phi will change, the potential energy will change here. So this will give the graphical idea about the potential energy of the particle. Okay, now we have already find the two types, kinetic energy and potential energy. Now find the total energy. Now total energy, it is nothing but the combination of these two energies, kinetic energy and the potential energy. So the total energy E, it can be represented as Ek plus Ep, kinetic energy plus potential energy. Substitute these two values. E is equals to, what is E is equals to? Kinetic energy we have derived here, 1/2 m omega square in the bracket a square minus x square, plus potential energy 1/2 m omega square x square, or k 1/2 k a square minus x square plus 1/2 k x square. Okay, now solve this. How to solve? Just open the first bracket and multiply 1/2 m omega square inside, and then we will get one term cancel with the last term. That means minus 1/2 m omega square x square due to the first bracket, and at the last we are already having 1/2 m omega square x square. That will get cancelled. So total energy we are finding here as 1/2 m omega square into a square, and that is nothing but the 1/2 m, that is V max, its a square, maximum possible velocity of possible value of velocity that we discussed in the velocity expression. That is nothing but the omega square into a square. Velocity will be omega into a, that is maximum possible velocity. So we are getting here 1/2 m V max square. This is the total energy of the particle. Okay. Now in the another method we can represent this equation. So suppose n is the frequency of the simple harmonic motion. Small n represents the frequency of the SHM. Okay. Then we also know that omega it is equals to 2 pi into n. So substitute this in the above equation. We are getting here E is equals to, energy is equals to 1/2 m omega square hota, so instead of omega square 2 pi n square into a square. Open this bracket and solve. We are getting here 2 pi square n square a square into m. So according to this we are getting in terms of frequency the equation of the energy. Okay, so let's conclude according to this equation. According to this, the energy of the particle will depends on the following conditions, or according to this equation we can say it is directly proportional to square of the frequency, it is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude, it is depends on the mass of the particle. Okay, so such type we can represent here the conclusion due to this expression of the equation. Okay, now here see, so there arises some special cases, means when the kinetic energy and potential energy at what position, what the values of these. So these come under the special conditions. So the first special condition here we consider that at the mean position, if x is equals to 0, then velocity is maximum. So we are considering the particle is exactly at the mean position. During its motion, it is now at mean position. So the value of x will now 0 and v will now become the maximum. So the total energy we will get here only 1/2 m omega square into a square, and potential energy will be 0. Okay, means kinetic energy will turn to the total energy 1/2 m omega square a square, and potential energy is 0. So the addition of these two will directly becomes the total energy. Energy remains conserved. So in each and every case we are getting total energy 1/2 m omega square a square. So the second case, if the particle is situated at extreme position. Extreme position means the displacement x is now a and the velocity now it is 0. So now kinetic energy will become 0 because it is 1/2 mv square. So kinetic energy at extreme position now it is 0. So the total energy is nothing but the potential energy. If we substitute the value, we will get, what is potential energy? 1/2 k x square. Now x is amplitude, so we are getting potential energy 1/2 k a square. That means 1/2 m omega square a square. So these are two conditions. Now third, it is if kinetic energy and potential energy both are equal. In this case, equate the equations 1/2 m omega square in the bracket a square minus x square is equals to 1/2 m omega square x square. So from this we are getting x to be plus or minus a divided by root 2. The value of x, displacement x, will be amplitude divided by root of 2. In this condition, we are getting that kinetic energy is equals to potential energy, and that are nothing but the exactly total energy divided by time 2. So for this condition only, both the energies are same. Now suppose the x, now it is plus or minus a by 2, amplitudes half. If we substitute this value, we will get here the kinetic energy is the 3 times of the potential energy. Means potential energy is 25% and kinetic energy will now 75%. That means the kinetic energy will contribute more for the total energy if we are using displacement exactly half of the amplitude a by 2. So this variation of kinetic energy with the potential energy, according to these 4 cases, we can represent graphically, and according to graph, this is the graphical representation. See here, the two curves are given. X-axis displacement is there and y-axis energy is there. Okay, so if we represent these two waves, means kinetic energy and potential energy, we will get the curve which is like this. It is kinetic energy curve. Okay, and the curve which is inverted, it is potential energy curve. Okay, and here some conditions are discussed: when the kinetic energy and potential energy will become equal, when the kinetic energy is maximum, potential energy is zero. Okay, so when the inverted curve reaches to the origin O, that means potential energy 0. At that time, kinetic energy at its highest peak. So we are getting the total kinetic energy. When kinetic energy is 0 means at the extreme points, at that time the potential energy starts from its extreme point to the lower point. That means extreme points potential energy highest, kinetic energy is 0 of this graph. So this graph will help you to know about the potential energy and kinetic energy at different positions. Okay, so hope you understand this energy and kinetic energy potential energy relation, and with this graph also. If you have any doubt regarding these steps, please comment here. If you like our videos, share it and subscribe our channel.